Hi, I'm Dr. Blair Masters with AccuSmart, and I ran across a study recently that talked about vitamin D and Alzheimer's and its preventative effects. I have been preaching the benefits of vitamin D for ages. And this is just another study that shows how it helps practically everything in your life. Interesting study. It was done on quite a large number of people. And what they did was they conglomerated a number of different studies. In other words, they went on PubMed, which is a fascinating website if you're into that sort of thing. And they looked at all these studies that were done on vitamin D and dementia, and then they kind of put them together. And I like this kind of study because it takes care of a lot of potential bias and potential problems with the way the study's set up, and they just kind of try to group together kind of a consensus. Now, they're not perfect for sure, but this one was well done and well documented. It had 12,000 12,000 dementia-free people that they studied related to vitamin D. And let me go down to this graph real quick. Uh, and one of the things that I liked about it was that here we go. This was the incidence of dementia, specifically Alzheimer's, over time. And you can see the blue line was people who had vitamin D exposure. In other words, they took vitamin D. And then the green line was people who did not. And the number of people who got Alzheimer's dementia, they related to those two things. And you can see there's a significant difference. They also broke it down into related to sex and they related it to um, skin color and that sort of thing. One of the things I liked about this study is they also studied a large number of different types of vitamin D and not just one specific thing, as well as they didn't really go into dosage. They just said, hey, did they take it or did they not? And the dosage is huge. There's a huge discrepancy between the highest and the lowest dosages. Uh, I take, oh my gosh, vitamin D is so good for you in so many different ways. They've done tons of studies on whether or not you got COVID, if you took vitamin D and whether or not it affected COVID. They've shown that it helps cancer. They've obviously shown that it helps like bone formation and that sort of thing, which those are kind of the classic things that people think about when they think of vitamin D. And people know also, hey, if you go out in the sun, you get more vitamin D. And that is true. That is very true. However, the ability for our bodies to get vitamin D from the sun are pretty limited, especially in our modern society. And this is why I recommend supplementation. You've got to go out in practically a full bathing suit and lay in the sun for about 20 minutes every day to get enough exposure to vitamin D. Great. Some people have the ability to do that. Most people have jobs that they have to go to in the morning, they get home late at night, or hey, I live in an area where, we have winter, so I don't go out and lay in the sun for 20 minutes every day. So the only way to really get an effective dose of vitamin D is supplementation. Now, let's talk about that just for a second. I wanted to pull up Amazon real quick. Um, Man, oh man. This one, I recommend a 5,000 international unit dose. It's a really good dose. It's quite strong, but not overwhelming. Um, and I pulled that up on Amazon just to kind of see that. The other nice thing about vitamin D is it's not like, oh, you got to get exactly the right vitamin D or your body won't be able to use it. Calcium is a little bit that way. You really need the right kind of calcium for it to be best utilized by the body. But vitamin D, your body says, give me what I can get. And it takes it and uses it quite well. Pure encapsulations, I do like this company in general. It's a 5,000 IU dose and they are what is that? 23 cents per count. There is this one over here. I'm not familiar with this company, but they are I believe it says 11 cents per count. No, sorry, that's 27. Where was that? Here it is, 11 cents per count. So there's really no excuse not to take vitamin D on a regular basis, on a daily basis. Here's my vitamin D pill. It's tiny, tiny, and they usually come in a capsule. They're the smallest little pill that you can imagine, and the benefits are enormous. It helps your immune system. It helps your brain. It helps your bones. It helps everything in your body. So take a vitamin D supplement. The amount of money that you spend over a year, this was 240 counts, say that's 3/4 of a year is $25. So there's really no reason not to take it. It's enormously good for you. The amount of money that you save if you head off, if you don't get Alzheimer's, your family will thank you immensely if you don't get Alzheimer's, because getting it is so hard on families. Take your vitamin D supplement. It helps everything. So I hope this video was helpful. I found that study to be enormously informative. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next video.